Today, I got a big one for you. A big box. Of course. Before we dive into the box, I just want to say that this video is not sponsored by Imperfect Produce, so I'm not getting paid to say good things or avoid saying bad things. This video is not sponsored by anybody at this point, so I just wanted to put that out there. This is just my opinions about this food box subscription that I get. So let's check it out. So I was sitting there and I just got off a conference call. Literally just hit end. And next thing I knew, my doorbell was ringing. Who now? Who's at my door now? But it was a good surprise. I forgot it's Wednesday. It's one of those weeks. It feels like freaking Monday still, and it's going on forever. But it's Wednesday. Imperfect Produce. Perfect. Because I'm hungry. So looking at food's just going to make me more hungry. But I figured we'd mix things up a little bit. Normally this is just a quick, here's my box, post on Instagram, but we're on YouTube now, so let's unbox this week's produce. Granted, I know what's in it, but I haven't seen it. I don't know the quality this week. There's always that risk, right? So we're gonna go ahead and open it. Simply. What did I get this week? That's good. Before I show you, if you guys don't know about Imperfect Produce, their mission is to work on is to reduce food waste. A lot of the produce, it's not, pretty enough for the grocery store, whether it's too small, too big, too many dimples, whatever it may be. It's perfectly good produce. It just doesn't look right. So it's imperfect. This box, before I show it to you, was just over $20 with delivery. Again, I get my notification on Friday that I can start making my selections, adding things, removing things. It's not like a set price like where it's $50 and you don't know what you get. You have your basic box you can start with, and then you can go in and take things off and add things in that you want. I've had a box as low as $12, and I've had a box up as high as I think $35 right now is my highest. We're still getting used to it, but I like it. I used to do the Bountiful baskets back in the day, but Lord knows those companies still there, but their reach is just not where it used to be and isn't really expanding at this point. So I needed another option, and there's nothing wrong with produce at grocery stores. I buy even cheaper produce at Aldi's, but I do like having this option, especially since Friday I get my notification. I have till Monday to make my selections, and then it's delivered Wednesday, midweek. Usually about that time, my little monsters have eaten me out of a lot of food, so it's a good kind of surplus in on the veggie part. And there's other options too. There's dairy, there's meat, there's a variety of options. But for right now, we're kind of fruits and veggies. So we're going to go ahead and dive on in, and I'm going to show you what we got this week. Alright, so like I said, the produce, it's like, not perfect. And I have a couple of really good examples in this box specifically. Or it's a surplus, so they don't need the supplies. But I do have a couple of like the imperfect things, but they're perfectly fine to eat. I laid them out on the desk just to make this easier to go a little bit quicker. But first up we go. Container of baby portobello mushrooms. Now I know locally here in the stores they're about $4 a piece. So that's almost, that's 20% of what I paid for this box on just one item in my hand if I bought it locally. Up next we got 2 zucchinis. Now here's what I'm talking about, imperfect. See the texture? It's not moldy, it's still firm. It's not like it's gone bad, it's just shaped funny. So, next few days we'll use that. There's nothing wrong with it. You can eat it just fine. Celery. The stragglers, the ones that break off. But there's absolutely nothing wrong with these. we eat them, you know, the next couple of days, they'll still be crispy and everything. You know, I can put them in some water to help keep them a little bit longer and they'll be fine. There's just nothing wrong with them. They're perfectly fine. They're not soft. They're not bad produce. It's just those are the ones that break off. So bundle them together and it's perfectly fine. And honestly, that's a lot more. Some of the bulb, you know, on the white end part that I end up cutting off anyway. So it's a lot less of that. So we got 2 heads of broccoli. We got 2 lemons this week. I like to throw these in drinks. Though I was looking at a cheesecake bite recipe I'm thinking about making for the family, and it's like a lemon cheesecake, and Hannah will love that. We got 2 shallots, which are my current in the onion family favorite thing to use. 2 avocados. One's obviously a little bit more ripe. This one's still green. You know, here's the blemish, you know, so this is not going to make it in the supermarket. It's not pretty. It's, you know, deformed, but there's nothing wrong with it. It's still edible. So obviously this one will get used first. This one will take a few more days to ripen up, but they're still perfectly fine. Carrots. Big old fat carrots. They're short, well, they're big and fat, but they're short and stubby. I guess it's better. So they make the cut. A bundle of asparagus. You know, there's a lot of asparagus out there right now, so there's maybe a surplus. Or it could be because of the smaller ones, because I believe we're coming out of asparagus season, so they're not going to be giant. And then we also got, I can pick them up. No, 2 hands, sorry. Onions. Now we use onions all the time in the house. Like every day we use onions. Every day if I'm making breakfast or lunch for me alone, I'm using mushrooms. You know, dinners often have mushrooms in it. You know, zucchini, all this stuff is usable. I wouldn't pick something that we weren't going to use. Now this box, you know, like I said, mushrooms alone were $4. The asparagus around here is also almost $4. So there's $8 out of a $20 box. And like I said, the box had a $5 delivery fee. But I also threw in a little extra for me for this box. Just because I was curious. Like I said, they have other things. You know, they have snack things. You know, and it's not just chocolate covered stuff. But they have snack things. And I'm super curious how they taste. So I've already hidden those. Not sharing those with my family. Then go eat a box of Girl Scout cookies. Those are for me. But anyway, if you haven't had a chance to check out Imperfect Produce, see if it's delivered in your area. You know, I suggest it. Can't hurt. You know, you feel good about your impact on the environment. Again, you can tailor it. You can skip weeks. You know, if you know a lot of bills are due and money's going to be low during a certain week, you can definitely skip a week if you prefer to. But, you know, I highly recommend checking it out. I know there's another one out there, Misfit Produce. I haven't dived into them yet because they don't let you customize. And I really like the ability to customize, you know. So you can add more, take off. Again, I'll leave my referral link below if you don't mind using it. Or you can just Google Imperfect Produce and start there. But again, I recommend it. Check it out. See if they have it. Save the earth. Save your footprint. You know, make your footprint just a little bit smaller. I'm not expecting anyone to go full hippy-dippy green. But there's small steps we can do to reduce food waste. Especially when there's so many people out there hungry. And so much food is just getting thrown away and wasted. It's one of those programs that helps reduce that impact that we already have on this country. That's it. So, have a great Wednesday. dark chocolate raspberry. That reaction was the zing of the raspberry because you can really taste it. It's the coating on the outside. Holy crap. Serving size is 15 almonds.